What it do, 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 what it do. Man, what's up with it, man? Y'all boys, come on up in there. Miss Hartfield already in the building, man. Shout out to Miss Hartfield, man. Make sure y'all come in and hit the like button. If you ain't subscribed, go on and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this thing going, man. Let's get this thing moving. Okay, then. Yeah. Let's go. Miss Hartfield, what it do? Shout out to Miss Hartfield, y'all. My moderator, man. You know what I'm saying? I always gonna make sure that everything done right over here, man. You know how it is. So what's up with it, man? My people, come on in, my people. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in the door. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come through the door. Yeah, man. I really want to talk about something real quick today, man. Grits, baby, what it do, y'all? Yeah, man. I want to talk about something, man. I know a lot of females, man. I want y'all to tap in, man. I'm gonna backdoor and talk about this same subject later on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna bring in different females and give me. I want to get a lot of female different opinions about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we gonna do, man. I'm gonna bring different females up. I wanna, cause I wanna hear y'all point of view when it come down to this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to my boy Cross in the building. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Just stepped in the building. Yeah, man. Man, I had saw something. I had saw something, right? And it was a situation where the female she got into it with her husband. I don't know why, but I know that the mom was over there, and it was on Facebook Live. Yeah, it was on Facebook Live, man. And he kept saying, "I'm finna go," and she kept putting her hands on him, and he was like, "Man, quit putting your hands on me, man. Quit putting your hands on me." And the last thing was, "Quit putting your hands on me," and it was down, and there you go. Then once she hit him, once she goddamn hit him, and once she hit him right, the first thing she screamed was, "I'm finna go to jail." The first thing she screamed was, "I'm finna go to jail." Like she don't supposed to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? I saw that on Facebook, right? This was on a Facebook live. She was live while all this was going on, right? And I sit back and I think about that, homie. And in my mind, I'm telling myself, that was wild, man. The mom, yeah, yeah, yeah. So my thing is, when I'm sitting back watching this type of behavior go on, and we in a time where, let's keep it real, y'all. Let's keep it real, man. Nah. We gonna keep it real, y'all. That's why I say later on today, man, I'm gonna bring some females up here, and I want to hear what they got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna bring some females up here because I want to hear their point of view on it. And the reason why I want to hear their point of view on it, because we living in a time where if anything was to happen between a male and a female, and the laws was to come out, the first thing the law want to do is attack the male. Hey, did he hit you? Did he do this? They don't never ask the male, did she hit you or did she do this, right? So my thing is, what done got into our people to the point where we just can't leave each other alone no more? What done got into the point where we just can't leave each other alone no more? Just keeping it real, right? It's because I'm listening to him say, "Man, I'm finna go. Leave me alone. Quit putting your hands on me. Man, put that gun down, man." So it's to the point where I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this, I'm looking at everything that's going on. And I'm saying to myself, what done got into these females to the point where they feel like it's okay to put your hands on a man, where it's okay to even bring harm to a man? What is the emotional, what is going on emotional for females to start feeling like that? Man, listen, we might not need to be together no more. What's wrong with separation? What's wrong with separation? Everybody don't want to argue. Everybody don't want to squabble. What's wrong with the separation of two individuals that's no longer compatible to each other? I'm watching this shit go on more and more every day now, homie. Like I'm watching it. Don't get me wrong. I remember the time where, it was kind of pretty much vice versa, where a lot of males was acting out their emotions, doing this and doing that. But I always tell people, man, females, I feel like that males are more abused than females. I'm just saying. And I want people to, and that's what I, tonight, that's what I want people to come up to let me know. Because some people might be like, oh, no. I feel like that females are more abusive towards they male friends, they husbands, they boyfriends. I feel like they are more abusive than males are. It's just that the males go to jail for it because the females call the police. Whereas it's vice versa. As a male, males don't call the police on the female. But soon as something happened, the first thing the police say is, why you didn't call the police when she hit you? In your mind, you like, man, I don't want to call the police on her, man. I don't want to call the laws on her. But now in this situation, he was telling her, man, if you keep putting your hands on me, I'm gonna call the police on your ass. So he really was trying to scare her away, man, by saying, listen, man, if you keep putting your hands on me, I'm gonna call the police. So now I'm sitting back. I'm sitting back and I'm watching this go on. I'm being real. I'm sitting back watching this go on. And I'm saying to myself, man, baby girl, there's no justice. Yeah, the mom was in the background and she was steady talking. She was steady talking. And in my mind, I'm like, don't take no sides in that. When you see that your daughter's doing something out of line, why you not being responsible enough to tell your daughter? Because that's your daughter. That's not your son. Why not tell your daughter, baby, come here, give me that goddamn gun? Why that didn't happen? Cause it's sad, homie, because we living in a time right now where we feel like we want to take sides, my nigga, but we don't want to tell the truth no more. Now she finna go through a whole experience in her life because she got to go to jail. Now the kid don't have no father. The kid don't have no mother. The kid left with grandma. And we wonder why we can't win, homie. And we wonder why we can't win. That's why we ain't winning, homie. And I stand on that, man. Like we gotta get down to the meat of this shit. And the meat of this shit is there's nothing. Man, I'm gonna say this and I mean this, homie. There shouldn't be nothing. Uh, there should be nothing to make a person say, man, we don't need to be together no more. Just think about what I'm saying. Man, why the fuck we arguing every day? Why we just can't leave each other alone? Why you just can't go about your motherfucking business? Let me go about my business and let's just live our life. Why we just can't do that? It's to the point where this shit is just crazy to me. I'm gonna be honest with you, homie. I never want to be too deep into a relationship with a female to the point where I can't leave her alone. I don't want that, homie. I never want to be too deep in a relationship to where I can't leave her alone. I don't want that. I don't want to, listen, homie. I don't give a damn about no marriage. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. Before I put myself in a situation to where one of us end up hurting each other, I'd rather leave this motherfucker alone. It's okay. I don't know what she done did. I don't know if she done ate your booty. I don't know what she done did. But whatever she done did, somebody else will do it for you, my nigga. You might not get to, it might be done better. But I don't understand when I see so many emotional niggas and I see these emotional females that feel like they can control a nigga because no, you can't control me. Quit trying to control your man. Quit trying to control your nigga. Quit it, homie. The day y'all quit trying to control y'all niggas is the day you gonna be able to have a nigga. Yeah, my bad. I'm back. It's a female college players knock each other out. These ladies growing balls. Now, man, these ladies is starting to get out of their context of being a woman, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point now where and I don't now I want y'all to understand something, homie. I'm not bashing. I'm not blasting the women. I'm not blasting no women. I'm just speaking real talk, homie. I'm starting to see more females feel like they run shit. I'm starting to feel like a lot of females feel like they run shit. You don't run shit, baby. Your job is to be a supporting cast to your man. Now this might take this conversation on in another direction. Like I said, I'm gonna bring up my girls tonight and we gonna speak about it. Hold on. I'm gonna drop this link just in case a female wanna come up. And I'm gonna say something. I don't need no man coming up. If a female wanna come up, I'm gonna let her come up. If a female wanna come up, I'm gonna let her come up. I don't wanna deal. I'm not this right now, okay? I feel like that. I feel like that when I watch more females nowadays, and I see them how they moving. They gone through so much in their life. Uh, they had so many male friends that done left them. Some of them been hit across the head, and I hear a lot of females say, "You don't understand what I've been through," and I sit back and I wonder, and I tell myself, "Now I don't know what you've been through, but by watching you, I see what you're going through. You're going through a stage in your life where you feel like that coming up, y'all. Hey, what's going on,
Hey,
Miss Hartfield?
hey, Mr. Dewberry, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. Um,
Awesome,
what you got?
awesome.
What you
Well,
what
I
what
just
you got to
wanted to,
say? Go ahead.
I saw a lot of different videos with this subject, and some people is blaming the mother for the daughter, but I am not, because in my own personal opinion, I don't think that this marriage was a blessing from the beginning. It wasn't traditional. I don't think that the blessings were given. Like when you go to a mother and ask for her daughter's hand, or go to a father and ask for her daughter's hand in marriage. Because the reason I say that is because in that live, he kept saying, I am going to get my niece or cousin over here. He was asking the uncle to send his daughter to fight his wife. That's a red flag. The mother
Hmm.
said, I didn't get out my bed to come over here for this. And
Exactly.
she was
Exactly.
really trying to stop them from fighting or
Exactly.
arguing, but the guy was insisted on leaving. So that leads me to believe that this was a hard-headed child from the beginning, meaning she was problems with her mother. And then he married into that situation, and she didn't want to listen. She didn't want to listen to her mother when her mother was trying to calm and de-escalate the situation. And all she was just saying, like, mad. And another thing I believe too, she was the type of female that brought him. She was paying for things for him, because he was like, I'm taking my stuff. She said, no, you're going to leave everything. I brought you here. So
Mm.
that's another factor. And
Hmm.
also, I think the gun was concealed. I think that she had already, in her heart, mind, and soul, decided that she was going to take him out. She was tired of him, and she was going to kill him, or at least shoot him. And I think that was a fear factor, but it just turned deadly. So I don't think that the mother should be to blame for the daughter, because listen, the mother is an older woman. She probably raised all her children. That probably was the baby child. And
Hmm.
and I pray that the mother is in good health, because from my understanding, it seemed like both parties, the husband and the wife, they were talking about each other to each other's families.
Mm. Mm.
And when you do that, it causes people to dislike both parties, and in the end they get back together.
Mm. And I'm
And
happy. Go ahead. I'm happy you saying that, Miss Hartfield. I'm gonna let you keep going, but I'm happy you saying that because I'm gonna speak on that. But go ahead.
but that's what I gather. I think that I'm happy the niece didn't come over, because we see what her husband got. And I just said that to say this. In the end, she's gonna be like, I should have left. And I know that her mother told her to leave. I know that his people told him to leave. And again, I don't think that the mother influenced her. I think the gun was hidden, and she reacted, and she wasn't going to let him leave out that house. I think her mind was made up. And, she did that in front of her children. She did that in front of her mother. Her mother probably, like I said in my video, her mother probably never saw a dead body until that time. So if her mother is sick, she's probably gonna her illness is probably gonna just escalate, get worse, because now She's going to have to take on her daughter's children if she can get them, and even if she wants them, you know. And it leads back to the show that you do in the evening time, when
Mm,
you ask us all of these questions, because like you said, you see a lot of um professional women are not in relationships,
facts,
because you cannot buy a person, and even if you marry them, they are not personal property. And
facts,
far as him being gay, I don't know if they were swingers, if they were bringing people in the bedroom. Today everybody's into a lot of shit under the sun.
facts, facts,
you
facts,
know drug
facts.
drugs play a lot, play an important part, and everything. And it's just a disaster that I think that we all can learn from. And the bottom line is, I know, the language today is bro, men calling women bros, and the transgender shit going on, what I mean? If people are not in their right mind to be honest about their sexuality, meaning what they like and who they are, then what can we expect? Because somewhere down the line, many people gave up on her, and she probably, dressed the part by looking at a lot of these reality shows, meaning the housewives and everything like that, that she lost sense of who she is. I mean, you can tell she had 3 children. Why would you give her 4? Another one. She was younger. He was a little older, but he probably was the community D before she married him. You understand what I'm saying? This
So,
wasn't his first rodeo. And I feel like he met the wrong individual and played the wrong game with the wrong chick. And,
so I'm gonna say
he
this.
probably,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Miss Harper. I want to ask you something. So now that we sit back and we kind of pretty much broke down everything that done went on, right? And from what I'm hearing is that, especially what he was doing, especially what she was doing. But first of all, I always tell ask females these questions. If you have knowledge that you are not in a long-term relationship with this individual, you don't have no knowledge of him. So why give him a child when you only been with him for 6, 7, 8 months? You don't
well,
even have
sir,
knowledge of him.
I
You get what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yes. And you know
So
what? I've been on the end of that, in love with the D, but not the person. And I wasn't always playing safe. So at times, there was a couple of, babies. But again, when I was asked, you wouldn't keep my baby? No, because I don't even know you. You know what I mean? Like, I knew you and liked you enough to have sex with you, but not to be like, I want to have another child and walk with this person for 18 years or interact with them for years like that. Because that's a lifetime commitment. And my other relationships with my children's father, I don't want to go through that again. So I want to separate longevity from short term. You know what I mean? I want to separate fun from just having a child, because that's not good enough for me. But then she may not be the type that believe in plan B. You
so
understand what I'm saying?
so now this what I'm saying, because I'm not for sure about this, but I'm gonna do more research. They saying that the guy been with her since middle school. The guy got all the kids by her. So the 3 kids that she had was by him. So
Oh,
with me sitting back saying, okay, if that's the truth, then what done happen is they been going through a lot of shit in their relationship for such a long time. There's no justification on why she chose to even grab a gun. There is no justification on why he chose to say, hey, I'm going to call my cousin over here to do whatever to you. There is no justification in that. And I always tell people this, especially this young generation. This young generation got that bad of saying, I'ma call my uncle, I'ma call my brothers, I'ma call these
Yep.
they got this bad. They got this bad of saying who they gonna call. First of all, always remember, why even put your family involved with your relationship? And then you'll look up 2 months later, y'all back together.
Together.
So my thing is, the reason why I'm really speaking on this subject is because I know that there are so many females out there. There are so many males out there right now that's feeling like they own somebody. You don't own me. I don't own you. Whenever you ready to go, we'll sit down and talk. If you're not feeling my vibe no more, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to let you go. Now, it might take some separation in order for us to be able to come back together. But if not, then let's go and separate ourselves. We should never put ourselves in a situation to where we feel like we own each other in these relationships. And I'm starting to see a lot of that. I'm starting to see that a lot of people feel like they own somebody. You don't own me. I don't own you. You my, hey man, I'm me. You. I always use the philosophy. That's your pussy. That ain't mine. You do what you want to do with that thing. So I choose to look at this situation as a learning experience for everybody to be able to open their eyes and realize if you in a relationship and your relationship is not where you want it to be at, it's okay to walk away. You shouldn't get hit across your head because you don't want to be in a relationship no more. You shouldn't have to go through no kind of nothing because you don't want to. And then I say this here. This to my females and my males. My females, quit looking for the guys that got the background of doing this. Quit looking for those guys. Quit every time you look around, you know that this guy is doing this, you know all this, but you choose to still want to be with this guy. Quit doing that. And then this to all my males. Quit chasing a female. You met her because she had on some tights, her thumbs was showing, her titties was out, her ass was out, everything was showing. But now that you got her, you trying to change her. It don't work like that, buddy. That's where a lot of problems started. Because people feel like that it's good to give advice, but if you met me on the stripper pole, that's what you like. Don't start trying to correct me tomorrow. You met me on the stripper pole. Just think about what I'm saying.
Can I
We got to
ask you a
start.
question?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am. Go ahead.
sorry. You said I want to go back to the fact that you said you met me on a stripper pole. Okay. But does that mean that I can't expect change or you shouldn't
Well,
expect change
what?
because where you met me?
Let me break it down to you, right?
Yes.
When I made that statement about I met you on a stripper pole, is that what I
Hmm.
mean by that is majority of guys will see a female and meet them on the stripper pole, right? But expect for
Yes.
them to change them by saying you can't dance no more.
Okay.
You can't dance no more, right? But you
Okay.
met me on the pole. This is what I do. You get what I'm saying? The only way you can be able to give me the option to change is if you put me in the right direction to where I can change. And if I choose not, if she choose not to accept that, you can't get mad at that. That's
Okay.
what I mean by that.
Okay.
Cause
So that's good.
I have nothing
Go.
against dancers. I just have
Mhm.
something against those individuals that try to come in and see a dancer, and then you want to try to be with her, and then when you want to be with her, then all of a sudden you want to change her from being on the pole.
Mm.
You don't even have knowledge of her. Find out why she on the pole. Find out what's going on, and it's gonna take time for you to be able to find out what you're dealing with. And nobody wants to take the time out to learn nobody no more because everybody's so caught up into the sexual activity. And that's what I tell everybody. You might not like her on that pole. You just like what she's doing in her body. You don't even understand her, first of all. See, that's what I'm saying, that people gotta start realizing that we done got so caught up into the sexual activity of our nature to the point where we don't even want to learn each other no more. Nobody want to learn each other no more. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll sit around and emotions is all over the place. That's why we see so many male on male now. We haven't seen so many male on males in the history. We seeing more male on male relationships that's
True.
being broadcast. They putting it all over the internet. They doing it all over. It's the reason why they doing that. They trying to control us sexually. The mind game, they trying to delete it. That's why we see more. Look at all the female on female. That's been going on, but this male on male, they done made it a lifestyle. Now we gotta ask ourselves, do we love each other again? When do the male and the female gonna go back to being in a relationship? When they show us male on female relationships now, they showing us Blueface and Christian Rocks. They showing us that to show us that a male and a female relationship is all about da 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 da. That's what it's all about when we dealing with our culture now. Ain't nobody waking up to realize this shit. Nobody's waking up to realize what's really going on no more. But I'm watching everything that goes on. They controlling us by the way of this entertainment shit. I speak on it because I understand the reality of what's really going on.
Can I
We
ask you a
watch Love.
question?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. So, because I want to just bring it back to the Krishan and Blueface. Real time. Do you know anyone like that?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Really?
yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. I can truly say 100%. I know a lot of relationships that's like that.
Oh my gosh.
I know a guy that his baby mama literally drove up on the goddamn curb, ran him over and everything. And guess what? He didn't die. They got back together. I
Just like
know
Blueface
this.
and Krishan.
I know this same guy that had a female that he was with, talking about shooting at him. Pow, pow. I seen this in real life. In real life, I done seen a man. I know guys that done got shot up,
Oh my gosh.
and they still mess with that same female. I
Can I
seen
ask
that.
you? It's like, is it drugs involved? Is it mental illness? Is it just love? What is this? Dysfunctional love? Crazy, dangerous in love?
Love should never make you hurt nobody.
Amen.
Love should never make you hurt nobody. Love should never make you hurt nobody. I hurt somebody for you, but love should never make you hurt nobody. So I never want to hear that again about she loved him. That's why she did that. You don't love me if you want to see me hurt. You got some hatred in your heart towards me that you don't want to see me succeed. You don't love me if you willing to go talk down on me. You don't love me. You don't love me if you willing to tell somebody come over here and hurt me. You don't love me. You don't love me, man. So let's delete that because love conquers hate. And we got to wake up and realize that. My mama loved me. She's not going to hurt me. She's not going to do nothing to hurt me because she loved me. So we need to stop speaking this love when it ain't real.
Okay.
My partner can't come and tell me he love me, but tomorrow he backdooring me, trying to break in my house. He don't love me. He playing on me. All in the name of I love you. That's all I'm saying. So they showing us this. They showing us the images. They showing us the images for a reason. Love and hip hop. There's nothing that we can learn from love and hip hop. What if by watching love and hip hop Atlanta, watching all these here, what can we learn that'll make us be more successful by watching them shows?
I don't think anything. I think it made our women personally, I think it made our attitudes so horrible. Just being catty with one another, all the fighting, not like being logical enough to communicate. And even when we do instantly, it's bitch this, throwing drinks. It's just like, I don't know people like that. But I guess it's really people out here like that.
You don't know people like that. You watch the TV, and that TV even make you feel a certain type of way about yourself. Just think about that. I know people like that. And what them doing is watching that. When they have a conversation, they want to tell me about what happened on Love and Hip Hop. Don't never tell me about what happened on Love and Hip Hop. That's a motherfucking industry giving them a script and making them act out certain things because that's what's gonna sell. Because that's what's gonna sell. We so caught up into the bullshit to where if you're gonna be an entertainer, there's nothing wrong with it. But when do reality kick in? Why we don't see those same individuals coming into the school to speak to the kids, to speak to the parents about, hey, this is what I do on TV, but this is what we do in real life. This is my husband. This is my wife.
Right.
Just think about what I'm saying. Why we can't break down to the youth on what's going on? That's why I speak the way I speak about certain things, is because if we were to get more celebrities, rappers, and everybody to come up, speak your truth. Tell the people what you really are. Let them know that you're not a real gangster. Let them know that you really a family man. Let them know this. But
Yeah.
this is what sells. Why we can't get that out of these people no more? You get what I'm saying?
You, you
Somebody
know,
trying to come up but you can't
Yeah,
come up. If you can't show your face, you can't come up. So with that being said, do not come back in my backstage without if you cannot show your face. But go ahead, Miss Hartfield.
I was thinking about that, because I was thinking about a situation about loyalty and friendship and the brotherhood. And I was saying, I'm so sick of just entertainment. And it's not so much they need our money, but it's the influence. It's how they're telling us and showing us how to live. And that is disturbing to me because, there's days I wake up and I could turn on my phone and, it's not anything. And then there's days I wake up and it's just too much to handle. And I don't know if it's because, I'm not separating my world from the social media world. And I'm really confused now about all of it, even if I just want to watch any of it, because, I just feel like the message is incorrect. And it's not telling us anything or giving us anything to help us improve ourselves, our culture, or our lifestyle. And that's very disturbing to me because, I'm old school. I'm a middle aged woman. So a lot of people I feel that is coming up or that are up in the entertainment industry, they're dropping the ball. Like they're not even making good, solid choices. I'm losing that disconnect in that relation. That whatever I felt or however I related to them, now that I see they're moving different and it's not along with my core values or morale, I'm not interested anymore. I'm just not interested anymore.
Well, let me just say this.
Yes.
When you watch TV, you watch TV to be entertained.
Okay, I got you. Entertainment.
You're not watching entertain it. You're not watching TV to be educated. Because when you start trying to be educated, you're gonna start picking up books. You're gonna start listening to certain people. So you gotta understand when you turn that TV on, what are you looking for? When you open that book up, what are you looking for? And I tell people this all the time. That's TV. What just happened on Facebook was reality.
Mm,
That was reality. That was something that I see not just on TV. I see this in real life.
okay.
This is something that I speak about because I see this in real life.
Mm,
In order to get the message across, we just using this here to get the message across. I might cuss a motherfucker out right now. And them 97 views are turning to 780 views.
true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
They not coming over here for a message. They coming over here to be entertained. See what I'm saying? So
Yes,
I
I get it.
understand what social media is about. So I choose it the way I want to do it because I'm creating my own. I create my own. Even when I do interviews, y'all go back to interviews. They focus on when you was in prison, what happened? When you in charge of why you do it, they focus on certain things because that what sells, that what give you views and likes. They very few talk about me coaching Little League football. They very few talk about me going inside the schools and talking to the middle school kids. They very few talk about how I got people to come in and help donate to the little league football team so we can get more and more. How we just had a big banquet for all the kids in my community. You notice that they don't really focus on that when they speak with me, right?
Yes.
Get what I'm saying?
Yes, I get you. It's
So
for
they because it's the entertainment that they want.
yes.
They want that. They want that. They want to, man. We want to talk about, man, tell us about when you had that female guard over there. Tell us about when you had to fight. Tell us that's entertainment. What you really learning from that? I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm not learning anything, but it's just part of your story. So I
That's part of
listen
my
because I
story.
like you.
I'm just saying,
Right.
like, that's part of my story. But I tell people when I tell my story, it's because I want you to connect with me. Know who you dealing with. That's why I always say I don't glorify nothing. But this is what I've gone through. This is what made me get to where I'm at today. When I when people say, well, you know, you might speak about prison. Yes, I do speak about prison because prison was 18 years of my life. I had done more time in prison than I done in the free world at one time. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
and and really at a point where you count from 10 to 15. So in reality, it's 5 years compared to 18 years. I still haven't even caught up to them 18 years yet. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Can't make
No
up for
matter what
time.
I've done since I've been here, I still haven't caught up to them 18 years yet. So the reality is reality. I came out here on a mission. That mission haven't been the way I wanted to be, but that mission never stopped because I never gave up. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I always tell people that it's a gap in our life that sometimes we could never ever forget about it. But that gap that's in our life
Mhm.
is something that's going to transform us and make us great, or it's going to break us down. And that's
So let me
reality.
so let me ask you a question. When you saw your friends cutting up and behaving like that with the violence and fighting one another, did you get involved into that or
Uh,
did you just yeah,
well, when I was a part of it, I was a
yes.
part of it. I was a part of the destruction
Oh, okay.
because that what defines us as being a man. When
Mhm.
you never been educated properly and you've been miseducated, they tell us that the only way you can become a man is you gotta be able to knock down another black man. That's how you be able to get stripes.
That's
We have,
physically.
we have been miseducated our whole life.
Mm.
That's why we are so far behind. We have been taught not to like each other. I watched us attack each other on all angles and all levels. My shoe look better than your shoe. My car look better than your car. I can fight better than you. Now my team better. We done been attacking each other for so long to where we done let that emotion go over and turn into violence. I don't watch it turn over into violence to where now we really don't like each other no more.
Men or women, huh?
We don't like each other no more. You walk in the store and say, "Hey, what's up, brother?" He'll look at you like, and I'm like, man, that's how a white man's supposed to look at me, not you, brother.
Mm, right.
That's the reality what we living in right now. We living in a world right now to where I tell people over and over again, we can't change nothing. It's like eating, it's like eating beef. It say it takes 72 hours for the beef to rot in your stomach. A lot of our people gotta rot away. We gotta replant seeds that by dealing with the youth. We gotta replant seeds. And when
So
you
there's no
replant seeds, that's what's gonna make us become back organic again.
so there's no hope for us, you think, as adults?
I'm gonna say it again. The only thing left for us to do is to plant seeds into our youth.
Okay.
The day I wake up and I don't see a black on black killing is the day I can say, man, I think we own to something. And I ain't seen that yet. Because everybody is afraid to attack the monster. And that's that gang violence.
But how does that transcend into relationships, though, sir?
It transcends into relationship because if you are a female and you dealing with a nigga that's gang, and that nigga coming home with all his partners, his pants sagging, he got his tool out. What kind of responsibility can a nigga that's representing gang bring home to a relationship? Have you noticed the actions of a family man and the actions of a gang man? It's
I've
not the
seen
same.
the difference. I've seen the difference.
A family man, his values are, I want to make sure my family
Never read.
be great. The gang nigga is, I want to make sure the gang great. Then I go check on family later. You're not gonna never get the first hand of nothing. You getting the second hand of everything.
So
The
can I ask you?
homeboys, go ahead.
So there's a saying that says she's for the streets. So is that could you use that same saying for the gang member guy? He's for the streets?
He in the streets every day, ain't he?
Well, yeah.
He ain't he
Yes.
in the streets every day? When
Yes.
you pull up on him, he around a bunch of niggas every day in the streets.
Okay, so that's
Every
what that
day,
means.
if you think that you gonna get a nigga that's hustling in the streets, standing on the corner, standing at the store every day, and you think you got you a good nigga, you's a goddamn fool.
Okay. So what about the man that's in the streets and he's a hustler, not a gang member, but a hustler,
If
like get
you
money.
listen to what I said, if you
Yes.
thinking that you got you a faithful, a great nigga, and that nigga's in the streets hustling every day.
Yes. No.
You just biting bullets.
Okay.
You just
So
biting
the
bullets.
so the good guy is the guy that works the 9 to 5 job, is what you're saying?
Man, a good man is a man that know how to stay home with mom, will stay home with their family and build in that house.
Okay.
You gotta build in that house.
Okay.
And I tell any great man, build in that house. If you trying to go to the hood and do that, man, you ain't building right, homie. You ain't gonna never have no good. You gonna be chasing the hood rat every day.
Yeah.
You're gonna be chasing that hood rat. You're gonna be chasing that female that wanna walk around with the pants all up in the ass and shorts in the ass. That wanna be around a bunch of niggas every day. That's who you gonna be attracting. I mean, you're not gonna attract that woman that's at home in that big old house and she trying to strategize on how she can. No, no, no. You're not gonna attract that. You're gonna attract that bullshit.
So guys be for the streets too, just
You
like
got that right.
women be for the
You got
streets.
that right. You got damn right. You got damn right. Point
Oh,
blank
that's
period. And why I always say, I can't have no girl that hustle. I
mhm.
can't have no girl that if you's a street hustler, you can't. I don't know. We can't do nothing together, nigga. You a problem. I don't give a damn how much money you got.
Mm,
I don't knock nobody that do it, but that's not something I can do. I'd
okay.
rather have a motherfucker that work at the schools, a motherfucker that work at the corporate office, a motherfucker that doing something productive that's willing to understand that I'm at work, I want to come home, take care of the family, and then I want to go out on weekends and have drinks or whatever with my friends. I respect a woman like that. I respect women. So don't get mad at me when I say that's a hoe because I'm only going off of what she's showing me.
Like being in the streets and that type of stuff, right?
What if you show me hoism, you
Yeah.
get hoism conversations.
Okay.
That's the same thing when I'm dealing with niggas. Every nigga don't get quality conversation from me. No, nigga, you don't get no, you's a sucker. I have the sucker marks, hoes, and bitches a certain type of way. I have the women and men a certain type of way.
Mm.
And I stand on that. That's just how I separate myself in this life.
So I have a question. Okay, because I didn't hear about the couple being together from middle school. I didn't
Yeah,
hear
that's
that,
what I
but
haven't seen. I just read it off of her.
okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that. But see, when I was a when my children were younger, and I never allowed them to date in middle school. Because like I just think
I
that
think
leads to
I
families.
think that's some dumb shit.
Mhm.
You need to be trying to go to school and educate yourself. Fuck dating that nigga.
I
That's what I
agree.
think. Even though when I was in middle school, yeah, I did what I did, but they shouldn't be talking to me in no middle school because I know how I was in middle school. I
Mm,
was fucked up in middle school.
okay.
So by me knowing that, nigga, I'm gonna be programming my nigga. I listen to my son conversations. I listen to how he
Mhm.
talk, and I understand that we live in a time, and I know you gotta be straight. You gotta be on him. You gotta be watching him every move. You gotta make sure who he hang with. Who is that? What's their name? What's their now? Come. These are the things that you really gotta watch for your kids growing up now. Ain't no kid can be no 11 years old and talk about I, I'm I'm like this.
Right. Like
How
they
do
know
he
about
know he like that? He don't
sexuality.
know if he like that or not.
Correct.
So somewhere down the line, you ain't been paying attention to your child. I'm just saying though.
So yeah, I saw a lot of red flags with this couple. Again, I just think, the biggest red flag for me is when you don't get the blessing of the family. When you don't get the blessing of the family, I think that's something wrong with that, because normally you're embracing either a son or a daughter. And normally, when a man is a family man, it's hard for them to just walk away because
Uh,
now you're going against the family.
I think that's the problem. I think that's the main problem that we dealing with. Hold on. I think somebody coming up. Let me see what's happening. Hey, what's up with it, bro?
What's up, dude? What we on today?
Oh man, we just really just on topics right now. Yeah, we just on topics right now. Um, yeah, but I think that man, we just dealing with a lot of guys and females. They gotta realize that it's okay to separate, not
Oh
to
yeah.
to where uh we not together no more, but we can separate to find each other again.
What you mean? What you mean as far as like I always got something going on between them two or something like that?
What I mean by that is we in a relationship. We've been in a relationship going on 8, 9 years, and we steady bumping heads with each other. It's okay to separate and let God bring us back together.
Yeah. But
Our
is it
relationship might be stronger because during our separation we start realizing what you miss most about him, and he started realizing the most he missed about you. You get what I'm saying? So therefore,
yeah.
y'all starting to learn each other and what y'all miss about each other. So when y'all come back together, the energy could be different.
Hmm.
I'm not saying that it won't fall apart again, but I'm saying that it's okay. We not living like grandma and them no more. We not seeing our homeboys in a relationship for 10, 30, 40 years. We not seeing that. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not seeing that in the time.
we're a long way from we're a long way from grandma and them and pawpaw and them.
Exactly. Man, Paw Paw going home to grandma. Grandma gonna stay a woman. We got women that want to feel like they can do what Paw Paw doing. You can't go out there and get that pussy away to everybody, like, cause you thinking Paw Paw giving that dick away.
Sometimes pawpaw was giving that dick away though, but he know how to handle home for her though. He know how to know he know what he doing. He handle it home. When Pawpaw get that motherfucking check, he finna go take that money to grandma, pay them
Yeah.
bill, and he finna go run the street till it's time him to take his motherfucking ass to work on Monday.
And you
And
know
get
something?
what grandma do? Grandma
Take that money.
understand.
She gonna stay, yeah, she grandma gonna stay.
Because now that y'all say that, guys, you know what? I'm thinking back. I really never heard of the older folks having fights or arguments and things like that. I'm talking about the grandmas and the grandpas. Not that they didn't, but I wasn't exposed to that. You know what I mean?
They
Not even if at my friends' them house. I never saw that.
they did. They had fights and shit too, but we just didn't never see it.
That's what I'm saying.
We never saw it.
I ain't never saw my granddad and grandma squabble.
Me either. But I
I
know that
ain't never
but I
saw
know
my
they had some
grandma and my
squabblings.
grandma squabble. I watched my granddaddy take care of my grandma all the way until she ended. When they was told my grandma that she goddamn me she going to a nursing home, my granddaddy said y'all gotta be crazy in a motherfucker. Nigga, bring my wife home to me and I'm gonna take care of my wife. I watched my granddaddy take care of my grandmama till she passed away, nigga. And when she
Ooh,
passed away, I watched my granddaddy, nigga. My granddaddy wasn't fucking with nothing. He just stayed humble until he left. Now, homie, I watch values of a real black man. I watched it with my own eyes. I
So
truly
that's what
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. So that's how you that's what was instilled in you then, right? To be
That's
the
my
man you are.
that's one thing about me is I chose to do a lot of stuff. I chose to do it. But I watched my granddaddy. When I watched my granddaddy was a stand-up guy. And I used to be up under my granddaddy because he was giving me the game man, when I was a pup. He wanted me around him for a reason. It just took a long time for me to go back to get everything that he was giving to me. And that's the reason why I can say, man, listen, I ain't never messed with my partner's girlfriend. I ain't never messed with my partner girlfriends. Never.
Boy, you gotta be
I
a strong
fight,
nigga to do that.
homie, I never ever messed with my partner girlfriend.
That's core values.
I
That's
only
core
messed with like
values.
3 girls in my neighborhood. It's real life. I don't want your girl partner. I don't want your girl nigga. I always stood on that, homie.
She probably wanted you, but you ain't feel the same way about her.
I She can't control me. I control me.
Exactly.
That's why I always tell females, baby, I'm the prize. Your puss ain't the prize to me. That's why I don't understand when the motherfucking females talking about, yeah, you want to get some of this coochie, it's gonna come. Nigga, I'm not paying a motherfucking thing for that coochie.
Hell nah.
Nigga, what you mean? I'm the
If I can,
prize.
if I can't get it off a conversation, I don't need it.
Man,
That's
if I
right.
gotta pay for that shit, I don't want it.
If you
That's
gotta
right.
pay for it, it ain't no good.
Shit, I don't want it.
Hey,
They can
don't put
have that
no
shit.
listen, y'all dropping the value on these hoes out here. Be nice.
Nah, they
Man,
drop the
listen,
they drop the value they sell.
I already said they prostitutes.
shit, I tell it raw and uncut. And
It
I
went.
can't, don't, it's a lot of suckers out here. Don't get me wrong, I'm just not one of them. It's a lot of suckers out here, man.
Yup.
It's a lot
Cause
of
they gonna
suckers out
flash when they talk to them, they gonna flash that money first. Cause they ain't got that game. They gonna flash that
Mm,
money first. That's the first thing they gonna do. Hey, babe, I got that money, and they gonna show it. Compared to a nigga like me, I'm trying to spit that game to get it.
here. Now, real talk.
oh gosh, that is so funny. But that's real. I get it. I get it.
Man,
Well,
if a female ever tell you, hey, this how in order to talk to me, I need this. I like to be spoiled. Right then and there, that should tell you one thing. Nigga, you gonna be squabbling in 3 months. Y'all gonna be
Shit,
mm,
2 weeks.
squabbling with each other in 3 months.
Shit, nigga, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, goddamn, my bad.
Two
Yeah, real
weeks.
talk.
so I have a question for both of you guys, okay? You first, Mr. Dewberry. What is your number one red flag that that a woman is controlling?
Uh, what you trying to say is that what do I look at in the female that make me not want to deal with her? If a female
Yeah.
starts talking money shit off the top, she automatically gets treated like a hoe.
That's
She
it. That's
automatically
it.
gets treated like a hoe. Square business. You bitch, you went from, hey, excuse me, man, to say, man, what's happening? What's
Damn.
happening? All right, bro, all right. Yeah, yeah. I automatically change up my conversation about you. I do it. It's a lot. See, that's what I'm saying. Because I have no respect for you no more. I have no respect for you. I'm just keeping it real.
So when should a woman feel like she wants to sleep with a guy and she's not a prostitute? And doesn't that bring down her value too if she just sleep with a guy and is not like looking for anything or expecting anything? Or am I saying
What
something wrong?
What do you want? Because you slept with a nigga. You wanted that dick.
That's exactly what you wanted. That's why you
You
slept with him.
wanted your pussy. If you want some money, you need to sell that shit.
Exactly. If you
Stop
want some
playing
money, you need to
games. You
sell
need
it.
to go sell that shit.
Because you going to get way more selling it than you will giving it away.
Playing. You
And
playing.
that.
What
Man,
it do?
don't
What
be
it
playing
do?
with no nigga. Let a nigga know. Hey man, I sell this pussy. Well, you need to go sell that pussy. I ain't into buying it. Cause you gonna
That's
be
right.
mad. You gonna be
You going to
mad
be
because you
mad.
thinking that I'm gonna give you something. You gonna get a McDonald's sandwich.
I'm
When I give you
loving
these,
it.
hey, when I give you these $40, you going to be mad because you were looking for 100 or more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
McDonald's sent you 40 from him. What from you, Matt?
Not a penny, not a nickel, not a dime, not a quarter, nothing but no goddamn attention. Like attention is the most expensive form of currency. If that ain't enough to satisfy you and mesmerize you, get the fuck away from me. That's the way that I look at it. Yeah, I'm too good
You
looking to be. I
goddamn
ain't
right.
paying for a damn thing. Yeah. And I ain't paying for the meal either. I want her to get it. Yeah. She ain't my
Oh,
girlfriend. Yeah.
okay.
Nah.
I hear you,
Okay.
Max.
Y'all are funny. Oh my gosh. You know what, guys? All I like to say is that, well, let me ask you a question too now. Would y'all date a woman who owns a firearm?
Man, my girl better have a firearm.
My,
Okay.
my girl got two or three of them and they legal and she legal.
She know what
Yeah.
all mines is hers. She know where they
Yeah.
at.
Nah. Yeah.
She
Nah.
know
For
how to
real. Yeah.
load them. He know
Yeah.
She
how to
al-
let them hoes go.
she
He
already
know
know if somebody come in there, if somebody come in that house, I'm doing the shooting, but she gonna take the charge cause that's her gun. She already know. If they find out I find that pistol, I'm gone.
Mississippi Levy dog. You goddamn giving them too much game.
Oh my bad. God damn. God damn. God damn, Dewberry.
you
Damn,
nigga that
Dewberry.
nigga that's a felony secret, nigga.
Goddamn
Oh,
right.
so Max, what do you think about the situation about that murder on Facebook Live?
Yeah, so I came in a little bit late, so I was gonna see if you could give me a brief overview of it. If not, that's fine, but I don't really have an opinion on it. I came in kind of late. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. So what happened?
Hey,
Hey, you
look,
know
I'm
what?
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut y'all off, man. I gotta go back here to this money.
Go get that money, Mississippi Levy dog.
All
All
right, do.
right,
I'ma
well,
holler at you later, man. All right, y'all
Hold
be
on.
easy.
Say what? Let me run. I'm gonna send it to you though, Max. And I want you to hear it for yourself because I'm gonna bring it back on later on tonight when I bring the girls up. I'm kind of pretty much had the girls kind of pretty much talk about it because you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna send it to you though. You hear me?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
It's hard to hard. You already seen it already, right?
yeah, I seen the videos, but maybe I need to go back over them because
Just
I
look
never
at
heard about
no, no,
her
no,
being.
no. What you said was 100% facts. Yeah, what you said was 100%. Ed Travels. Somebody named Ed Travels in the background. You got to show your face to come up today, Playboy. Anybody want to come up and talk today, right now? You got to show your face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know y'all. I'm sorry, man. Oh, he showed his face. I'm gonna let him up. Hey, what's up with it, my guy?
Hey Ed,
Talk to me, my guy. Can't hear nothing you're saying. Can't hear you, bro.
All right, you should be able to hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you
Yes.
now.
You got me? You hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, what I was saying is when I saw that video, I was heartbroken. You know, what really got me was hearing those poor babies in the ground screaming. I grew up without my dad, so I know how it feels, you know, to be that kid, but let alone to sit there and actually have to witness that. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I tend not to just listen to what the media says right away. I'm not in Mississippi. I don't know those people personally. You know, there's a lot of things, but all I can go for is what I saw and what I heard, what she posted on live. You know, I just see a brother trying to do what we try to tell brothers to do all the time, and that's to walk away, to leave it alone.
Yes.
I was in the military, man. I did 24 years. I did combat tours. I was a weapons specialist for the last 12 years I was in the military. And I made a vow when I got out that I would never touch another weapon again unless my life was in danger. You know,
Mm.
because once you pull that trigger and that projectile goes down range at maximum velocity, ain't no pulling it back. Ain't no sit back saying that you sorry. I made a mistake. And I just think it's really, really sad, man. It really hurt my heart to hear that. But what really makes me sad is when I see and I don't care if I ruffle feathers, fuck it. It is what it is. But a majority of the comments are negative towards her, right? I think rightfully so, that she shouldn't have taken that man's life. But there's also a bunch of sisters in the sisterhood and the community that's already making excuses for her. And I think that that's wrong. I really do. That weapon did not have to be brandished. It didn't have to happen. I don't know whether people agree with me or not, but that's just how I feel about it.
Well,
Uh,
you know what, sir? I agree with you, but again, I'm gonna say that I don't think it was brandish because when she pulled it out, it was a sudden reaction from everyone. I think if it was brandish, her mother probably would have jumped in front of that situation. She would have had time. But I think the lady
I mean,
truly
we
in
got to
her
look at the
heart
outcome. I mean, we got to.
decided that she was fed up and tired of him, and I feel like it was a cold-blooded murder. It was already planned internally because he never said, "What you doing?" We never heard that. We never heard a response from a person who a gun is being on. We never heard that it was a gun present. We just heard the
go,
shot.
He did.
And
He did. Listen to the
go back,
video.
go back,
Listen
go
to the
back to the
video. He
video.
did. He did say he did
He
I
mention
didn't
said,
the gun.
he said,
He did. He did say it. He said, "Now
I
you
never
gonna get
heard
the
that.
gun," or whatever he said. I'm paraphrasing, but he
Oh,
did. All I'm saying is this,
okay.
and, and maybe Dewberry can read the way that I feel about pulling out a gun is I'm only gonna pull it out if I'm gonna use it.
yeah. And
It's a
when
sucker
I
move to
heard him,
pull out a gun like you're gonna scare somebody.
when he
Yeah.
said, "Why you got the gun? Get your hand
Okay.
off of me."
Oh, I
That's
didn't
what
hear
he
that.
said. Get your hand
Okay.
off of me. Why you got the gun?
Okay. I didn't hear that.
So
I just
she had
mm,
that. She had it out already. So
mm,
so now he was
And that
playing
changes the whole situation. That escalates it to a whole new level.
right.
exactly. To me, when
That
I look
escalates
at
it
that,
to a whole new level. Once you enter,
Excuse me.
go ahead, Dewberry.
no. But what I'm saying is, I want to say, Ed, that what you saying is you saying is correct. It's 100% correct.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When
I
you
feel you.
willing to pull out a gun in front of your kids, you already done crossed the line. You already done crossed the line. Your emotions have gone away where you done said, my emotions, fuck my kids, fuck my mama. out of respect of a woman, you supposed to be woman enough to say, come get your shit and you get your ass out. That's what women do. Get your shit and get up out of here. You get what I'm saying?
Amen. True.
Women gotta
Facts.
realize that if you want to hurt a man, give him what the fuck he want. And guess what? If you wasn't doing your job, if you been doing your job, he gonna cry to come back.
True. Facts. 100%
He
facts.
gonna cry to come back.
I think she got even more frustrated that my man wasn't giving back the same energy. You know,
Probably.
he was steady on the
Possibly.
phone talking about that he wanted to bounce. He wasn't giving her, like my man Max said earlier, he wasn't giving her that attention. My man was like, on the phone with whoever. I just want to
His
leave. I just
uncle.
want to leave. Blah blah blah. And you could
He was,
see if you watch the video, the more it progresses, the more upset she gets because he's like ignoring her in a way.
but he was
And
also
I just think that
threatening. He was also
uh,
threatening to have his people come over there and beat her up. His niece. He was like, "Yeah, send your tell Nay to come over. Tell Nay to come over." That was an issue that you would want to see me get beat up by your people when we're all people.
but I mean, at the end of the day, we can suppose and we can guess, but there's no excuse for shooting a man in the back of the head in front of his kids. I don't care
I
how you look
agree.
at it.
I
God
I don't
agree.
care how
damn.
you look at it. That,
I
that, that
agree.
that's a bridge too far, at least as far as I'm concerned. You
That's
know,
too far,
and
far
then
as
there's
anybody
also
concerned.
subsequent video and audio that was heard after that when the police showed up. She was making up this story that they was fighting over the gun, that it was a mistake. She didn't know that it was loaded. There was no reason to bring it into play in the first place. Let the man leave. If you let the man leave, ain't no reason for the family to come over there. And more importantly, like Dewberry said earlier, and I want to touch on this because listen, I was raised in the South. I was raised in Alabama, and my granddaddy probably had 20 families out in the streets. Ain't no telling what that Negro was doing. But he took care of the house. Everything was taken care of, and him and my grandmama had their issues behind closed doors. I never heard it as a child. I never heard them going back and forth with each other. And my grandma kept it classy.
What happened, Ed?
No, the
Yeah.
internet here. I'm out the country, but
Now
it
you
was it
good.
was it was my grandmama kept it classy, and now the modern day woman calls women like my grandmama stupid, and my grandmama was miserable. My grandmama did this. My grandmama knew what he was doing, but just like my man said earlier, Mississippi levy. When Grandpa got paid, that money went straight to her.
Mm.
She really ran that house. She let him
Fact,
believe he did, but she ran
fact,
that house. That's a lot of dignity and class in a woman.
facts.
So let me ask you
Chris,
guys the issue.
let's see,
Wait, just
let's see what Chris got to say. He in that 18 minute. What you got to say about this, my boy?
What it do, man? Salute to the panel and everybody. Okay. Uh, I've been up on this story since last night. Keep replaying at her Facebook Live. But they kind of hit close. Folks sit and act like in our black community that we don't have outrageous domestic that. And they go praise them or let them fight, man. Let them do what they do. That's what they do all the time. Man, and we serious about that, but I don't really take it serious. And at the end of the day, this is a tragic situation that really went too far. Uh, yeah, the gun was still been brandished. I mean, the events that led up to it doesn't make sense. Uh, if you look at that brother's Facebook page, Jeremy, he, man, he's a family dude, man. Promotes his wife, loves his children, and for our children are their biological kids. He ain't no stepdad, none of them. All of them are his kids. You know what I'm saying? He was father, they don't like couples doing the black community, but we don't have really no good concept to correctly internalize to have a more harmonious conflict resolution due to our domestic disputes. Sometimes they get out of hand. If it was a man that did this to a woman, we wouldn't try to find no excuse whatsoever for why this man did that. Because we can't find no excuse why no man put his hands on a woman. And even though that shit is prevalent in our black community, bro, influenced by a culture that propagates that, this Hartsfield brought up earlier, rocking that, implement that to our children, these two adults. What you think gonna happen to two teenage lovebirds who fall in love and they what they see on social media right now being propagated by the end. You know what I'm saying? So there's evidence I'm saying that I've heard that she didn't know that it was one in the chamber. Yeah, she acted upon her feelings. She felt like killing him. You know what I'm saying? So she knew where the gun was. They did together. I mean, your family doing something. And I know he acted her. Well, so they probably did the gun in one place and in another place because they got heat. So the gun in one place, but I feel like it. I'm gonna grab this gun and act it out of my mouth. And boom, because in the video it shows that she was not shows, but you can hear him saying, "Man," but she pointed that gun at me. You can hear her mama telling her to stop. Khadijah, stop. She was putting that gun on that boy body. As soon as he turned his back and was going out that door, he didn't know it was one in the damn chamber. By the
Oh,
time that there it was. If he read her started yelling, screaming, "Oh my God, I didn't mean to do it." Wasn't no killer because she really wanted to kill that dude for whatever that we made. Except would have stood up like, "Yeah, I told y'all, she do this." He immediately realized what her act went for, and she killed her husband
Damn.
and the father of both kids, right? Because at the end of the day, you got a mama in the earlier that was attacking. Then the mama started coming to the like,
You,
hey, Khadijah, stop. Because she know her daughter, we got that gun and had it in her hand and pointing the plate, you know what I'm saying? So there's no excuse for it, thing. But yeah, man, she it's a real discussion and she got put herself in that position. And thanks to social media, in the story that she tried to come, talking about they were already struggling over that gun. Ain't nobody struggling over the gun with a gunshot in the back of their head. Nah, it didn't go like that. That book got everything on it. The police picked it up like, oh man, they recorded. And the one law say he made a mistake by saying it was on TikTok, but it was actually on Facebook Live. And the law just turned the phone back down, and you can hear them conversating about this and that. You hear the man. I think the man mama was out in the car because he came there to pick up his phone to go to work. His kids haven't been fed. Like, man, y'all heard. Y'all ain't no kids. Do I gotta cook? Why gotta get working up? You know what I'm saying? And they go to discuss it, but his mom come in there, kill something, regardless, the girl mama should have stayed out there a bit. The boy, the dude, rest in peace, stayed in the car, they married couple, they go, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she hyped up murder scene, and her whole life, ain't no excuse for what, you know what I'm saying? She stayed, but she also say she's supposed to be gay, but not a couple days ago, he supposed to be with a woman. Make your mind up, say things out the game, and go to Facebook and post your personal business that's supposed to be in the house. Granted, they made sure that whatever the whole grandpa had going on, it stayed in their house. You know what I'm saying? And even if it did get out, ain't nobody finna speak about it. You know what I'm saying? In front of granted face. You know what I'm saying? It's just some things you don't cross lines on it. It's just way. This is what our coaches and that's basically what happened. What happened, whatever happens to the young lady or was was the police, man. Their Facebook lives, you know
yo,
what I'm saying? And,
well, yo,
and she her own judge, true. And they, you know, any woman, like any woman, right, we're entitled to it, but you cannot let them facts. And the facts are recorded. She looked up. He said, and I
All right. Yeah, that's a bit. We couldn't really hear a lot of things you were saying because you was chopped up, but we got the message though.
said,
Yeah, we got the message, man. Uh, yeah, man. But like I said, man, that I got some guys try to come on in the back, but my thing is this here. I need some females to come up. You know what I'm saying? I want females to be able to, because what do the females think about that?
Yeah.
What do the
And then,
females think about that? Like that's
okay,
what
and
I'm looking at, we because I sit back and I deal with so many aggressive females nowadays. I deal with so many females feel like that, you know, nigga, you ain't got no business putting no pistol on me. You ain't got what you got going?
Yeah.
You think you done got you don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give
So
my
I look
opinion,
at
then
that
I'm gonna back
in a
out.
different light.
Yeah.
You
they
get what I'm
said he
saying?
was. They said that guy
Yeah.
was gay too. That's another rumor
Uh.
going around.
Listen to what I'm
He,
saying. I'm gonna say it
yes,
again. If that boy was taking that iron, she should have let him go.
true. Period.
So she must
Period.
have liked it. This go
Period.
back to the topic we be having at nighttime. At nighttime, we be having conversations. And the first conversation we had was about guys getting a booty ate.
True.
So she wasn't mad. If he was, she wasn't mad. Was she mad? She wasn't mad because guess what? She wasn't telling him to get out. She was telling him to stay.
Hey, true. True.
I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. I don't want to hear nothing about that.
Yeah, man. I
Nah,
just
I
want to
don't
give
want
a
to hear
brief
nothing about
opinion before I dip out and let the ladies come in. I just pulled up the article and I briefly read the situation.
that.
Uh,
Okay,
main thing I gotta say in this aspect is there is no excuses. Accountability
facts,
has to
homie.
be held because if the shoe was on the other foot, there wouldn't even be a discussion as far as repercussions. But one thing, not only does she not care about herself, she don't care about her kids.
Kids.
Because even if you and your feelings, certain things that you will put your life on the line for will stop you from having certain conversations and taking certain actions. So they had a history, and there's probably some mystery in that history between both of them. But at the end of the day, one person isn't going to be able to live to tell the story. So, she's got to be held accountable. She cared more about that guy. She was obsessed with that guy. Like that, why are you so obsessed with? She was obsessed with him. So she did what she did. And man, she got to be held accountable. But hey, I don't. I'm gonna let the ladies come up in here and speak on how they feel. I just wanted to come in and tap in and give my little opinion on it. But I appreciate you for having me again, dude. And salute to Miss Hartfield.
You're
Peace.
welcome. Salute, Max.
Bye bye.
Nah, real talk, man. But nah, real talk, man. I just look at it from a different level, man. Well, I think we all look at it on the same level. It's just that we have different. It's like reading a book. You know what I'm saying? But we all understand that a mistake was made. We all understand a mistake was made. It's just that we got more people that's looking at like, why was that mistake made? What's been going on? At the end of the day, I say this: I don't give a damn what was going on or none of that.
Yeah.
When somebody say they finna leave,
Leave. Let them go.
let them people leave. Let
Damn,
them
but she
go
need.
about their business.
Is that kidnapping?
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, at
Mm.
the end of the day, my thing is, man, all that man wanted to do was leave. Now I don't know exactly what's going on because I guess she was. I can't say because I don't see, but he probably was scared though. Yeah, he could have ran over, but in his mind he was like, hell no. Now why she got that gun in her hand?
Mm. I never
Hell
thought
no,
about
I ain't
that.
finna run her ass up while I got that. Hell no, fuck that. So that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, I gotta go back to this story because I've been watching like different channels, and I guess some more is coming out, and I still feel the way I do about certain things, but I may have to correct certain things. But I think that they both was talking about each other to their folks, and that
hell yeah.
I think so, and I still think that
Well,
she she just wasn't a person that listened. I think her attitude was my way or the highway.
so this what we gonna do. Go back and look at the video.
Hmm.
Tonight we coming back on, and I'm gonna have a lot of ladies come on, and we're gonna have them talk about it, and we're gonna all talk about it, and we're gonna
Yes.
get so everybody go check out the story, and tonight come back on, and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, great.
That's what we're gonna do. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you for coming up, Miss Hartfield. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Appreciate the love. Appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, hey man, I see y'all tonight. I got Shortcake in the building. Uh
Okay.
I got D Rose in the building.
Hey, Miss
Right
D
now.
Rose.
So with that being said, man, all the ladies, y'all get ready to check in tonight. Y'all know we're gonna have a good show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know it's gonna turn out to be whatever it's gonna be. But we in the building tonight.
Great.
Y'all stay up.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.